Hey, what's going on? Aaron here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out this website here called Vexels, and maybe you're wondering if print on demand is a good way for you to start generating some money on the internet. Okay, so let's review Vexels. Let's talk all about how this particular software and website and strategy might be able to help you make a lot of money online or not. All right, now at any time, if you want to get my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 a month 100% from home, click the link below and I'll send you my favorite strategy straight to your email if you would like to check that out. Now, I've been marketing online for over 15 years. I've reviewed hundreds of different ways on this channel to make money on the internet, everything from different courses, different business models, different websites, different software, all sorts of different ways, paid and free. And some of them are great and you can potentially make a lot of money, but some of them are actually really a bit of a waste of time. You can make very small money and some of them are just straight up fake sites, okay? So let's take a look at Vexels to find out whether this is legit. Is this a good way? How much money can you really make and what does it really take, okay? Now, Vexels is a very, very cool print-on-demand design website. That's basically what it is, okay? So if you want to get into the print-on-demand industry, basically where you can create your own t-shirts, your own sweaters, your own caps, basically, you know, any type of product. You can see right here, right? Phone cases, pillows, tote bags, pop sockets, posters, mugs. Then Vexels is a design site that will help you to do that. All right, so how this works is basically like this. If you want to sell merchandise, your own merch, you're gonna have to get it designed. And so Vexels makes it very easy for you to actually do that. They've got a quote generator, which I'll show you in a second. They've got a very cool t-shirt maker, a mock-up generator. You can actually get design requests for professional designers to do it for you. Logo maker, monthly merch guide, okay? So that's kind of how it works, right? And they've got all sorts of different ways to actually get your, products designed. So you can see your t-shirts, you can get, PNGs, there's templates, there's mock-ups, there's KDP designs, all sorts of different things, mugs, right? Posters, stickers, patterns, some really good stuff here, okay? Now, the cool thing about Vexels is that, first of all, it's ready-made designs. I don't suggest you use the ready-made designs. I would suggest you use custom designs, because if there are too many ready-made designs online, then it's not going to sell. Okay, so you have to customize them. But what you would do is that you would then use POD platforms like Amazon Merch on Demand to then take your designs and then sell them on Amazon. And I'll show you how this works in a second, okay? So all the original designs are made by their in-house design team. You would have to customize those to make it even better, all right? But the good thing is that you get merch licenses on every single download. That means that when you use Vexels, you can actually sell them commercially and you can keep the money and the profits from the sales of that, and that's very, very good, all right? So how it works is they've got, for example, a t-shirt maker, they've got a mock-up generator and a quote generator. Let me show you the t-shirt maker. This is kind of how it works, right? So the t-shirt maker will look something like this. Okay, so you can basically, use different designs. You can use this bird, you can, move it around, blah, 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 blah. You can put quotes, you can do all sorts of different things, right? This is just, an idea right here. They've got funny designs, so we can do sorts of different, all sorts of different things. We can, put a pizza on there, right? You can kind of do anything you want. You can mask the image, you can do all sorts of different things, which is very, very cool. You can add shapes, draw. They've got lots of different graphics, 100,000 plus graphics, which is really, really cool, okay? They even have a AI quote generator, which is really, really cool, right? So if you want to add quotes to your t-shirts, you can select your niche, you can select your mood, and then you can just copy whatever they put on there and you can create endless sayings with infinite uses, which is really, really cool, okay? And then you can plug these quotes onto your t-shirts if that's something that you want to do, right? And then what happens is once you finalize your design, you would go to somewhere like Amazon Merch on Demand, okay? And you would use them to create t-shirts that look like this, or mugs, or caps, or stickers. T-shirts is just the basic example. And when somebody comes to Amazon and finds your little t-shirt, make sure, let's just say it was Nacho Man, right? That's kind of funny, right? That's a play on Macho Man, right? They would pay for it, they would buy it, and Amazon would handle all the printing, all the customization, all the delivery, the shipping and handling, and all the customer service, and then they would pay you a royalty. So that's how this particular business model works. There's many ways to do print on demand, but if you're using Vexels, then you need to use a POD license. You would need to use, a POD platform like Amazon Merch. Then they would handle all the the printing, the shipping and handling. You just handle the design work. You would put it on here, and when somebody buys from your listing, then they will handle all the printing and delivery and all that stuff. You just have to handle the design work. Okay. Now, how much money can you make from this? This is a big question. Well, if you look on Amazon Merch's Merch on Demand, which is their particular merch service, you can see right here that you get paid royalty. All right. So if your t-shirt is $15.99, you will make $190.93. If your t-shirt is $17.99, you'll make $3.41. If your t-shirt's 20 bucks, let's just say you make $4. If it's 21, you make $6. If it's 23, you make $7. Okay. So a lot of people will price their t-shirts a little bit more expensive. They'll price it around $23. It's very normal for t-shirts to be $23, $25. This is where I would price it so that you can make slightly higher profit margins, right? If you price it here, you make extremely small profit margins, then it becomes very difficult for you to make profit. So just understand that you definitely want to price it at the slightly higher levels. So you're making royalties of $7.85 and around $9. So expect to make anywhere between $7 and $9 in revenue from the sale of your t-shirts, okay? And the cost for you is really about getting into Vexels, which we'll talk about in a second, or maybe even hiring a designer to help you to do this, all right? So let's take a look at the pricing of Vexels and how this actually works, okay? So you're gonna have to join, and if you join at the merch level, which is the most popular one, it's $261 to get access to their full t-shirt maker, the mock-up generator, the quote generator, and the logo maker, okay? And you can download 100 stock merch files per month. That's not bad. So for $261 per year that they'll bill you, you can download 100 basically designs every single month, and you get 2 design credits per month where you can get their professional designers to design you something unique as part of your package. Okay, it's not bad. So this is the cost of doing this business basically. $261 per year is actually very little. But then in order for you to do this, you have to do all the designs yourself, okay, except for 2 design requests. Or if you want to get lifetime, you can go with the Lifetime Plus, which is $1,875 one-time payment. You get 2,000 downloads a month, which is quite a lot. I don't think you would need that. Or you could get the Merch Lifetime Lite, where you get 200 downloads a month, which is plenty, and you pay $690 one time and you never have to pay for it again. So I would only do this if you think that you want to seriously get into print and demand, into this type of industry, okay? All right, so let's talk about the pros and cons and how good Vexels is, okay? So first of all, I think Vexels is a great service. You can design all sorts of different things right here. They've got all sorts of different mock-ups. Every single thing that you design, you can sell with a commercial license, which is awesome, right? It's not expensive if you think about it. So if you do the annual plan, where you're just using the 100 stock downloads, right? It's $261 annually. That's not expensive. That's $261 total for your design business right here. And that's all you have to pay for the designs if you design everything yourself, all right? If you're not paying a designer, if you want to pay a designer separately, you want to hire them on a website like Fiverr or Upwork, that's a completely different cost that you have to add to your total business cost, right? Now, where you have to pay more money is the listings, okay? Because here's the problem, right? If you list t-shirts, for example, or mugs or stickers or whatever on Amazon, there are hundreds of designs on here, as you can see, right? And you already know how Amazon works, right? Because you've probably bought from Amazon before. So the chances that someone's going to see your t-shirt is quite low, okay? So what you have to do is you need to advertise to push your listings up. So that's where additional budget is going to be required for this particular business model if you want to do print on demand through POD websites like Amazon Merch, all right? So what that means is you have to advertise on Amazon pay-per-click, and that allows you to promote your t-shirts to get it in front of people so that they see it, all right? So we already know how much money you're gonna make. You're gonna make roughly about $7 to $9, right? If you price it at these price points per sale of a t-shirt, for example, which is okay. That's not amazing, but it's okay. It's okay revenue, right? But you're going to have to promote your merch, okay? Now the problem with promoting your merch is Amazon advertising for selected merch accounts is only available in specific countries. It's only available right now in the US, UK, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain. Okay, and it's only eligible for certain merch accounts. All right, so you're not going to be able to do this if you're not selected. They contact you by email. Eligible accounts will be contacted by email. So unfortunately, this is not available for everybody. That means that the only way that you can get people to see your t-shirts is, number one, luck, okay? Or if you're lucky enough to be picked for the Amazon advertising platform for merch accounts, okay? Or you already have some sort of community and following on social media. Like maybe you've got, maybe you already have a brand, like you've got thousands of followers on TikTok or thousands of followers on your Shorts channel or Instagram or YouTube. Then it's easier for you to sell your merchandise because then you already have a following, okay? But if you're an absolute beginner and you're doing this from scratch, you don't have a following, it's going to be pretty difficult for you to sell your stuff, because if you just post this on the Amazon merch platform, right, it's very, very rare that people are going to find your stuff. I mean, you might get lucky and you might get something, if you upload enough, then yes, just by pure volume, and if your designs are good, right, like this is quite a funny t-shirt, need beer right there, I think that would sell, right? Then maybe you might get lucky and people will see it and they'll buy it, but it's not a guarantee. Okay, that's what you need to understand. So the best way to guarantee success is to either get access to the Amazon advertising platform where you can push your listings up so people can see it, or you already have some sort of following online on social media. Maybe you're an influencer, maybe you're an expert in something and people have a following. Then you can promote your merch to your followers. All right, that's the only thing. But otherwise, if you do have that, I think that Vexels is a very, very cool platform for you to design, get your designs done. Great quote generation, t-shirt makers. It's not expensive, I think, to start as a business, and you can come and check out Vexels if you would like to. All right, so a couple of caveats with this particular business model, but if you meet that criteria, and this is something that you really, really want to do, and you are pretty good at designing t-shirts and design in general, then Vexels is a great platform that you can check out at vexels.com. All right, now if you're watching this video right now, maybe you're looking for a way to start a business online. Maybe you are looking for an income generating strategy. And listen, there are many, many ways to do it. Print on demand is just one of those ways, but it really depends if you're a good graphic designer, if you have that background, or maybe you're a little bit talented in it or you want to explore it. Maybe you don't necessarily want to sell t-shirts and cups and pillows and tote bags. And even though this is a very viable business model, there are a couple of pros and cons with it, as we already spoke about in this review today, right? Some of them you might be able to get over if you're in the right market, if you're an influencer, if you're following, that's great. But maybe you don't have any of those things and you're an absolute beginner. You're starting online with zero, with nothing, then it might be a little bit challenging, okay? And maybe because of that, if you're a beginner, I've got a favorite way that will get a beginner from zero to $5,000 to $10,000 a month, 100% from home. I think it's a very viable strategy for anyone that's just starting out, and I think it's a lot easier than something like print on demand using this particular strategy with Vexels and a POD like Amazon merch. Okay, and if you want to check that out, click the link below. I'll send you my favorite 5 to 10K per month strategy straight to your email. You can check it out if you want. All right, I hope you enjoyed this review of Vexels today. Okay, and I hope to see you on another video review. Take care.